Here we are on Ice Cream. Some big names like the last game. El Bardo, Emmer, Xdac, Lidarcy, Stardom, Demons, Z, Goody. Maven losing 2 ranks from that game. He was 23 last game. He's 21 now. That is kind of unfortunate. Maybe he lost 2 in a row and it just registered after that last game. Um, Not the usual map we see nowadays. Just more and more of Bismuth Valley Supreme Strait. All the glitters is being played, but this is still a popular map. We have players Hallow 86 and Goody that will go air. These spots usually on the hills just go air. Those are eco. I think maybe just like one more or two in the back line should eco. The rest should just focus on front line. We have ticks passing through from Z, trying to get vision and information of the whereabouts and what people are starting. Let's see, we have a bot lab, we have another bot lab, we have another bot lab, and we have John Senio opting for vehicles, which is good. This map is good for vehicles, and not necessarily that many bot labs. Another vehicle lab, which is fine, but if Conesty is ecoing, this may go bad for the western side team. Although we have Stardom here, he did very well last game, so we will see if he keeps up the good work. Probably, most likely. So Emmer going for bots, Lidarcy going for vehicles, sorry, and Xdac going for vehicles as well. El Bardo, bots. This is probably Merkzix, Merkz Evil going for bots, but I think he's going to be eco. So, yeah, some mixed front lines. Stardom getting the high ground here. Pretty good call from him. Just trying to get this radar tower as high as possible. He sees the units coming in, so we have good vision provided by him to his team. And we have an incisor here going through, but they're just going to make short work of that. Z retreating his ticks, knowing that El Bardo is there. We have a radar tower, but we do not see his units yet. Starting getting his commander out front, making short work of these. Oh, he actually recycled that one. Yep, that recycle is definitely faster than the laser that the commander shoots out, I believe, because it's 300 build power. Not sure. That's probably something that devs took a look at and balanced it out. Reviving this incisor, and I'm probably going to revive any other units that he sees. Another incisor for the reviving. Xdac here on the high ground. Good spot here. Stardom already has a lot of units to work with. These grave robbers are going to help out a lot in reviving, reclaiming. This is pretty important to have those res bots, reclaim bots on your front line. That's why, that's one of the big reasons players opt for bot labs, as you can have those res bots, reclaim bots, which is a great idea, but you should not always have a lot of bot labs. You can even have reclaimers in tier 2, or you can just ask your teammate to give you a res bot. It's not that expensive, it's pretty cheap. 110 metal, I believe, yep, and 1400 energy. Just ask your bot lab teammate to get you one, and you're all set. Stardom pushing Xdac's position. Xdac losing that radar tower. Gonna lose metal extractor as well. His commander is in danger at the moment. He's being pushed by these thugs. Thugs have a line of sight, the same as their range, 380, so that's fine. Xdac on the back leg here. Lidarcy gonna try and create some form of a front line. Xdac degunning one thug, but the rest will stay alive. Stardom claiming this position from Xdac. Kazimoto trying to get some turrets up here. This could be a bad spot as thugs can just come this way. And Stardom, I think he already sees. Nope, he does not see this. He sees one unit here. He does not see this turret going up. And he is unaware if this is the commander or not. Let's see Stardom's point of view. So he is pretty surrounded right now. We have some artillery. We know the whereabouts of XDAC's commander. Now he could be in trouble. 50%, 46%. This could go bad for XDAC. And Kazimoto, we see two commanders here. If Stardom manages to win this, this is almost a 3v1. Stardom has the high ground. This is not the greatest for these players. They should not assault unless they have pretty good units prepared to assault this hillside. There is 12 thugs here for Stardom. I should be able to to make quick work of all these units around the hill. And he resurrected those incisors, getting them up here. El Bardo trying to sneak some grunts in, or maybe just flank. But we have an armed metal extractor from Stardom. Pretty good choice. He will not be able to raid any positions or do anything whatsoever. We should hit XDAC here. His commander, I think he's going to try and sacrifice his commander. Nope, he's just a bit too far away. Stardom holding this strong against 3 players. Maybe even 4. This El Bardo started coming here. This is a pretty big problem for the Eastern team. Let's see how Eco is going. We're already having a nuke being constructed at 8 minutes from Goody. I have not seen this before. Will this work though? We have both aircraft plants recycled. We actually have a T2 construction bot. No, we had aircraft and then we switched to bots just to get a T2 constructor. And do we have air transport? No, we don't, I guess. But in any case, yep, just recycling these solar collectors to get this ICBM launcher as soon as possible. And Stardom, like last game, putting up a clinic. This is a very insane performance from him. Just completely controlling this front line against 2, 3, maybe even 4 players. And these thugs are pretty strong, reviving them along the way. So these res bots, you don't need to spend resources to make more units when you can simply just revive them. Those res bots helping a lot. Just spending some energy to revive these. Bombing him is worth considering. I highly doubt that. He already has his units advancing. And going back and forth, we do not have bombers at this time. We just have a snail's pace of making a T2 construction aircraft. Not even upgrading his metal extractors yet. So Halo is not doing great compared to Goody. Goody will have his nuclear missile up pretty soon. And I doubt we will see any nuclear protection from East Side players anytime soon. Stardom is under fire, so he will have to pull back. He is still under attack by 3 players, so can't blame him. That is still fine. Even if he loses this hill, that is still fine. He has pretty good defenses set up here. Detective, I'm not sure what he's doing. Okay, he's just cleaning up some turrets. Trying to help out Stardom. Z and El Bardo just having pretty standard front lines, not moving, just teching pretty much. Z getting his fusion reactor up. How the nuke is going. He didn't even make T2 metal extractors yet. That is true. So it is gonna take some time for that nuke to go up still. Detective pretty low here. Okay, we have some Sheldons coming out from Stardom. Actually, quite a few. They will be here on this front line pretty soon, and they will be able to help him out in pushing yet again. Detective getting a radar up. so we see all these players. We see a commander here. We know where he is. So, but we still do not see X-Stack. I guess we do not have a cloak device here, so it is going to be a problem. Oh, but we do have a, is that a gauntlet? Or, oh no, that's just artillery raining down fire on Stardom's position. He is forced to go back. We have 2 radars out, so we do not know what is coming from this blue side. We do have a radar here. Oh, it actually does cover, but this position is unknown. We don't know where the artillery is. We don't know if he is pushing. So Stardom is forced back to his other position, which is fine. He lost the hill position, which is okay. 1 artillery hit the medium mine that blew up his Twitcher, but he still has 3 of them at the base. So you do not need that much build power in the form of construction turrets. I'm learning here. You can just get some units which are mobile, which can provide build power anywhere you need it. And it actually is a good choice, especially since they are just mobile. You can move them wherever you like. You can upgrade the metal extractors. You can just even reclaim metal on the field. Stardom cloaked his commander. Pretty good choice here. I doubt they saw him, so he'll just remain here for the time being until he clears up these sides. Maybe he can get some. We have Sheldons coming from El Bardo. He's gonna clean up Z's side. We have Maven coming with Sheldons of his own, but Sheldons of El Bardo have a jammer and a radar, so they're gonna be troublesome to deal with unless we have a Juno. We have a new constructed. It's going to take some time until it loads up, and we're going to need more serious resources before that happens. Honesty with this groundhog, just making a lot of light mines, these positions, trying to prevent the push of anything that comes this way. Stardom's commander goes down. He has been revealed. I'm not sure if he took any units with him, but this is a tiny problem for Stardom Detective. Not sure why he pulled his commander back, but Stardom is going to be under fire here. Already has an advanced geothermal, which is pretty good. El Bardo halfway done with his. Z not under fire anymore. Just trying to recycle these leftovers that he sees on the field. Stardom's second position is under fire by 2 players. John Senio putting a stop to Emmer, but O-Prime has some Mausers on the field there. Stardom does not have his radar and Deceiver, Jammer bot, along with these Sheldons. He's getting some Fiends out. It's kind of a bad spot here. His economy not going the greatest. No fusion reactors, just a lot of these solar panels. Sitting on a lot of energy though. No converters. He just wants to have a constant flow of energy, being able to produce all these buildings. He has a steady flow of metal. A lot of these metal extractors upgraded. 120 metal per second, which is very good. He's able to put out units in a constant flow. These Sheldons helping John Senio out. Emmer losing his forward base. He's going to lose his vehicle plant. And we're going to get rid of this Sneaky Pete soon. We do not see this Beamer turret. But that is fine in either case. I think Stout will be able to destroy it. Yep, that is fine. And Emmer forced to go back. Maven getting some of his flamers here, but that is not going to do anything against X-Dax vehicles. And we still have 3 players here, just pushing the mid lane back. Z finally coming out with his hounds, having some deceivers and compass bots, but question is, will it be good enough? We have a persecutor here, just being able to almost 1 or 2 shot these hounds. Albeit not being accurate enough. Oh, that ghost just gets an unlucky, gets shot unluckily. That is unfortunate, but actually doesn't do that much damage, but has an okay fire rate. They're forced to go back. Sheldon's from El Bardo coming back to this position. They're holding pretty well. Emmer getting his commander destroyed by Joncinio and Sheldon's from Stardom. Stardom getting these fiends in. He just needs to stack them up a bit more. I believe he knows that it's just one sniper. He's losing a lot of energy to make these. This sniper will not be able to shoot anytime soon if you're producing units this fast. The sniper costs 20,000 energy, so it is pretty problematic. You should get rid of this sniper before you go on destroying, or not, I guess, and just hit the T2 lab and build power. Emmer is in big trouble right here. I mean, it's pretty much done for his base, for his economy. He's trying to get this metal extractor up, but yep, so we got some damage prevented, but we still have fiends going in and going through. Very good rotation from Stardom. Joncinio holding the front line pretty strong. Emmer did not expect 2 players here, nor did his team. They did not scramble in time to help. This Warden is not going to help Halo. Halo is pretty slow on his economy. I'm not sure why he needs that hardened energy storage and metal storage. You do not need those. That is a waste of metal, a waste of energy. And do we see a nuke coming out soon? Oh, we actually had a nuke launched. Oh, actually, there it goes. Where will it hit? It will hit Halo, and it blew up both of their. Blew up both of his. Blew up his metal extractor. Blew up both of his airfields. He's pretty much out of the game at this point. There's no coming back from this. El Bardo even told him. Not sure what he told him. Probably told him anti-air. No, not anti-air, anti-nuke. Not sure. No need to scroll the chat further. Joncinio might get his commander killed over here. Those Jaguars sure do a lot of damage. Yep, his commander is going to go down. Oh, he cloaked. Okay, yep, his commander goes down, but that is fine. The damage was still done. Emmer is just trying to come back from this. Trying to resurrect his advanced solar collectors. He has a lot of metal, a lot of energy to work with, so he will be able to come back if his team keeps Stardom in check. Stardom making a lot of these fiends, getting ready for another push. Around 40 fiends there, and El Bardo making a lot of fiends of his own. Has tier 3 already at 19 minutes, 5 Shivas, ready to push Z's position. Z does not have any special defenses whatsoever. We had this mine layer from, what was the player called? It was Conesty. A lot of these mines already constructed. I'm not sure if these are constructed. They're not. The Groundhog is still laying those mines. And we do not expect this tier 3 from El Bardo. He may very well be able to push this position from Z and open him up. We see another advanced fusion reactor coming, but question is how much will that do? He does not have any units. In particular, Maven is getting some units out, but these Shivas and Fiends and just this great mix of units, they're going to be completely unprepared for this. We have a Scorpion and Persecutor going up, but this is, he only sees Fiends at this time, and he's probably hearing tier 3 unit detected, seeing it's in his lane, and this is a very big problem. Z, you should go and sacrifice your commander for that. You're sitting on a lot of metal, a lot of energy. You can just cloak your commander, but it's going to be visible by the Ogre, the Raider bot, and a lot of trouble coming here. We have Conesty with Stouts, but you should get these Shivas out of the way. It's a bit too late. He's gonna go blow up and take some of the Shivas with him. Not that great of a micro from El Bardo, but that's still fine. He still has a lot of units to work with. This push has been held back. It could have been catastrophic, but it's still fine. Stardom noticing this and getting his fiends. So were these positions assaulted again? I think so. Yep, I think they were assaulted by the fiends of Stardom as we were looking up top. But we have a lot of these tanks from Conesty coming in. These Sheldons are going to get destroyed for sure. They just cannot outlast the Stouts here. See what El Bardo is doing. Getting some more Shivas up. He's lacking metal. Has a lot of energy though. Not sure if he has converters. Has, but some only tier 1 and 1 converter here. Making these advanced fusion reactors pretty slowly, but he has a flow of units, so he is fine. He was on the offense at this time, so he is gonna hold out. Are we gonna see another nuke come from Goody? It should be charged right now. This is what he should be waiting for. Do we have anti-nukes for these teams? We do. Everything is covered pretty much, other than this front line that has the gantry up. It is actually covered. It's just been constructed, but it does not have a missile. Okay, we see the launch. Let me see where he put it. That is not gonna be a good position. We have anti-nuke there, so that nuke is just gonna be completely denied. The first nuke was fine, but the second one, I guess it's just not worth this. Maybe you should recycle it and get your economy up faster. This is just a drag right now. Everybody has anti-nuke. You surprised them, but now they have anti-nuke. You should just recycle it. It's good for a first surprise attack, but now it's just not serving its purpose, and you're just waiting very long, holding all these resources. You should get recycled and use that 7,700 metal. That could be used for the economy. Your economy is pretty slow, even slower than Halo's right now. He managed to come back somewhat. I'm not sure why he has all these energy banks, storages, but yeah. In any case, we have a push from El Bardo. He's gonna detonate some mines, but no matter, those are light mines. It won't do that much damage against Shivas. We have Stardom here getting flanked by El Bardo. Stardom getting aircraft up, wasps, and stun bots. El Bardo is not ready for this aircraft. That is a very good rotation in tech for El Bardo. He only has a couple of these manticores. Very good targeting from Stardom, just targeting the anti-air, so they cannot do anything about this. A lot of tanks coming in, a lot of wasps, and just overall not that much anti-air from this east side team. We have these Nighthawks, we have these fighters. For aircraft, we do not have anything, as Halo was destroyed. The only aircraft player not doing a great job here, and we have wasps from Stardom, destroying these Shivas slowly but surely. These defenses will go down. We don't have advanced anti-air for these wasps, and there's a lot of those wasps. In fact, 20 of them, around 17 of them. El Bardo may very well lose his commander, but nah, they're just going for the advanced geothermal. This is gonna blow everything up, and that is it pretty much for El Bardo. Jesus, indeed, they were not ready for air. They're just overly investing on ground troops. He did not have Karganeths. He had Shivas. Karganeth have anti-air capabilities, but Shivas do not, unfortunately. And his entire frontline base, his entire front gantry goes up in smoke. Lost a lot of economy there, and he's just relying on these fusion reactors and converters here, but he's gonna go pretty slow. He does not have any units, but none of the units are attacking actually. To be honest, Z is making some tier 1, but maybe Sheldon's will make quick work of that. Hounds as well. Emmer under attack yet again. XDAC gonna try and help him, but he only has a few tigers over here. He's gonna be attacked by like 20 bulls and a lot of Mausers. This is not an ideal position for Emmer yet again. Has some fat boys on the way from Merc-Z Evil. Got his economy somewhat back up. Has a lot of these consoles. Pretty good. 150 build power. They can reclaim. They have a lot of build options, as we can see. Just basic economy, to be honest. They have construction turrets and advanced radar, advanced jamming tower, advanced fortifications, medium mines. These bulls are actually being stopped by these hounds, a mix of hounds, warden turrets, and tigers. Some gunslingers in there, and banishers. Question is, will El Bardo be able to bounce back? We lost all these wasps from Stardom when he destroyed this advanced geothermal, but it was completely worth it. The frontline base got completely destroyed from El Bardo. So we're seeing a lot of aircraft come from these two players. We have Thor being constructed by Merxy Evil. Somewhat slow, but it's going to come out at some point. Maybe a nuke got fired. I'm not sure. It probably got prevented. We have anti-nukes everywhere here for the Eastern team. So like I said, it should have been deconstructed, in my opinion. And those resources just used to boost up economy. Should have some good, useful aircraft at this point, which you don't. You only have demons with this aircraft. And actually, Stardom, being pretty aware of the situation that they lack aircraft, so they made some, or he made some, to be exact. Mausers raining down fire on Emmer and Halo's position. They will push right now, which is going to be a big problem for this front line. A lot of these bulls are going to go down, but they're going to serve their purpose and just completely devastate this front line that these players have going. They made another smaller front line in the back, getting this umbrella out of the way. Six bulls got destroyed, so 13 bulls survived. We have more of them coming in. And they just destroyed this position and did not opt to push further. So El Bardo getting somewhat back up. We still have T1 tanks from Conesty, which is fine. If he has good economy, he can just keep pumping out these T1 tanks, which are just, at this point in the game, usually just meat shields. They can still go in and damage the economy pretty seriously if left unchecked. 76 speed, that is pretty good. We have some Shivas from Demons. A bit of stagnation here. Z getting some Marauders up. Good choice. These Marauders, in my opinion, are one of the best units that you can get. They're just so versatile, have so many good things going on for them. They're pretty fast. They have decent line of sight, decent range. They're amphibious. They can go underwater, and they have light anti-air capability. So for these shurikens, stun drones, or EMP bombers, they are pretty good. And if used well, these can just completely end games and just destroy enemy economy. They're not that great on this map. They're an okay solution if you're trying to flank, but with these determined front lines, it's gonna be hard to flank. I think Z is just getting him out because they're the cheapest option. 970 metal, 21,000 energy. The cheapest and the weakest tier 3 unit in the game, but still very, very versatile in any situation pretty much. We have a Thor coming out from Merxy Evil. This is going to scare these Shivas a little bit. That EMP missile goes out and misses. Not that easy to land these EMP missiles on moving targets. Usually those EMP missiles are going to go on the defensive structures, like strong fortified defensive structures. Let's say an example, if you threw an EMP missile here, those are like light turrets, not that big of a deal, but you should throw an EMP missile there and gets like a 10-second stun off. You can just advance your Thor. Those are good against pulsars and stuff like that. We see another missile being launched. That is gonna miss. Thought it was going here, but no, that was just the Thor movement. Do we have another one coming out? Yeah, we do have another one coming out. Again, at a snail's pace, because we're constructing T2 units as well. And El Bardo, I'm managing to get some of his economy back up and getting that advanced fusion reactor up yet again. Hopefully this time it's not the death of him. Just slowly proceeding with these with these plays. Just Stardom making sure he has good economy behind him before he goes into any serious pushing. We have a catapult coming from Demons. This is a pretty good unit. We already have one on the field, and we should see in action soon enough. Hopefully not shooting ticks, actually targeting this Thor as it should. Let's see the damage it does. It does some serious damage if it hits, actually, but okay, that was an okay EMP. Those turrets won't be able to damage it that much. We have a lot of starlights here, so that is a problem for this Thor. Starlights do a lot of single target damage, as we can see, and that is a problem. This catapult, they can do a lot of team damage if left unchecked, so you should be pretty careful with these heavy rocket bots. Detective just holding his commander here in the front line, which is okay. If we see a Juggernaut out, you always want to have at least one commander in the front line that can deal with this high-level threat, like a Juggernaut, Titan, or a Thor. Usually a Juggernaut is the biggest problem, or even the Behemoth, that tank from Cortex, the barely mobile one. It does not explode too much, so the commander would be safe, but it's still one-shot set, so it is pretty good. We have an assault here from Demons, getting these Shivas uphill, but Shivas are pretty bad against T1 units, as they just get in contact with them, collide with them, and Shivas just shoot each other, do AoE, team damage, and just rocket themselves, which in most cases not that great. So Shivas are pretty good if you're pushing a heavy front line. If you're not, if your opponent is not spamming T1 units, Shivas are great to have. Out DPS all T2 units, and just armed with heavy plasma guns and a rocket, which is pretty good. So if an opponent has a plasma deflector field, those rockets from the Shivas will still go through, and they're slowly advancing, covering up more and more ground. Have decent line of sight, so they're gonna catch these Sheldons here. Another stun, was that from, yeah, that was from a Spectre of El Bardo. Gonna try and get one in. Again, it could come in contact with his Karganeth. That is not the greatest, just stuns the Karganeth. Just one unit. A big push coming here. Emmer, a lot of these snipers. Char gonna help against these T1 tanks. Just gonna one-shot these T1 tanks. And gonna defend that position pretty well. We have an, oh, okay. We have two these EMPs going out. We have a Juggernaut from Stardom. He's gonna put a stop to this Thor pretty easily as soon as he gets close. And that is a lot of damage from this Juggernaut. Those twin shotguns, rocket, and that laser, making short work of the Thor. And Stardom, I believe he's gonna push this position here of Emmer. Emmer having a nuke of his own at the ready. Nukes are not that ideal at this point. Everybody has anti-nuke. Albardo losing a lot of his units from that push. Evil trying to bombard these troops, but not successful. Detective reviving these units, which is pretty good decision. Those are units that are already there on the field. You just heal them up, and they're ready to go. Managed to get his Lazarus out in time before the combat begins, before they get destroyed. They're pretty fragile, so just one or two shells can destroy this whole bunch of Lazarus. Reviving this Karganeth, pretty good. We have a Shiva here as well. Sometimes it's just better to revive the units that are already in the field if you have that window time, other than recycling them, because you can get that metal, sure, but your factories for constructing units are pretty far away. It's going to take more and more time for your unit to arrive. Stardom sitting on 132 grave robbers here. Another Juggernaut from Demons. And another Juggernaut from Stardom. So we have 3 Juggernauts advancing here. We do not see any Juggernauts for the eastern side team. Only Thors, which will not suffice against Juggernauts. Stardom, wary of commanders, trying to close in and get these Juggernauts out of the way. Or he's just defending overall with those. We have T1 spam coming in, but that is not gonna help. This guy, O Prime, spamming ticks everywhere. Just an okay strat. You get a lot of vision. You see the enemy units' whereabouts. Which is good, but not that great of impact. It's usually for team help, which is okay. Good move by O Prime, but question is, will the team be able to do anything regarding this? We have an anti-nuke. Yep, Emmer launched that one. That's not gonna do any good in these 37 minutes of the game. That nuke is not going anywhere. El Bardo, oh no, he's not open. Actually, he does have a anti-nuke here. 13 charges. Yeah, getting some mammoths up. Getting a lot of these advanced fusion reactors up, as well as advanced energy converters. He's sitting on a lot of metal. He lacks build power here, so he's not outputting enough units. Making some constructors just to help construct these mammoths. Mammoths are pretty good, pretty strong, but very, very slow units. 23 speed. Have a lot of health. Pretty strong, pretty versatile for a T2 unit. We have Marauders from Z and Cargonets from Maven. We have 2 Thors on this position. And we have a lot of Basilicas here from Z. 3 Basilicas, a Pulsar, and a long range anti-air. That's another nuke being cancelled. That was pretty loud, to be honest. We have a behemoth, a meme unit from Cortex, double the HP of the Juggernaut, 9,000 metal cheaper, around 100,000 metal energy cheaper, and just faster to produce. Barely mobile, has a D gun on top of it here. Just some light lasers, nothing serious. Just used for brute forcing front lines and just used as a meat shield. D gun does a lot of damage, not the same damage as a commander's D gun, but still overall pretty useful. Being able to take multiple attacks from just those pulsar turrets, any sort of turrets, any sort of units, other than the commander, which can blow it up immediately. Juggernaut's just defending at the moment. We're trying to open up this side and going. They cannot push this position as long as these Juggernauts stand here. Getting caught up to the game as we're seeing a lot of these units come out. A lot. Probably over 1,000, 2,000 units, over 2,000 units on the field right now. Mostly aircraft. These snipers could do some serious damage to this Juggernaut if there's a lot of them, which there is. There's around 41 snipers. These could, I think, not sure, these could maybe one-shot this Juggernaut. But that is like 20,000 energy in order for all of them to fire. Still fine. Another Juggernaut coming from Demons. The Juggernauts from Stardom advancing. Another behemoth going out. They will definitely not be able to hold against these Juggernauts. It's just a matter of time now. We don't see any commanders here for the Eastern team. They will not be able to put a stop to these Juggernauts that easily. We have 2 commanders against 4. Not sure which commanders is up. This one and this one. So there is 4 commanders for the Eastern side and 2 commanders for the Western side. Detective having his commander back here, and I think Stardom. Nope. Second commander is, I believe, from Z. Could be. Not seeing the second commander here. Okay, here, Honesty. Um, these commanders won't get taken down that easily. We don't even have vision of them. We have a fighter screen here, preventing any vision from going through. A lot of these juggernauts and a behemoth is gonna push this without a problem. This behemoth can take a lot of fire from this juggernaut. It does not just outright die from the juggernaut, but oh, a lot of these cyclops. There's almost 10 HP. Those are just 4 cyclops raining down fire. If all these rockets hit the juggernaut, that would have been like 20% of the juggernaut's health. And those cyclops are pretty threatening, but so are these juggernauts. 4 of them in this position. We do not have an answer to these juggernauts. Stardom focusing all his juggernauts over here on the top side, since we have demons with 3 juggernauts at this spot here. These snipers should be able to hold for some time at least. Demons being pretty smart and making a T1 spam against these snipers, which are gonna select their targets. They're pretty slow to fire, so they will not be able to just focus juggernauts outright. I'm not sure why he's pulling these juggernauts back. One should just go through and push. Nothing can go up against these juggernauts. A nuke going here, destroying the advanced geothermal yet again, destroying the forward position of El Bardo yet again. He's trying to get his commander over here, try and get rid of these juggernauts. He will be able to get rid of one before the commander blows up, since the juggernaut has a pretty big explosion. If they have a radar plane or radar bot, they might be able to see this commander, but there is nothing stopping these juggernauts right now. If one goes down, that is still not going to be a big problem. He's going to detonate, he's going to degun this one, but that will make no difference. This commander survives barely at 7% and then just goes down. There's nothing preventing the rest of these juggernauts from pushing. And like Albardo said, this is pretty much over. A nuke going out, and this is an okay position. But or is that a nuke? Yeah, that was a nuke. Blew up just some of the units. A behemoth just taking like 8% of damage casually, not even caring about the nuke. Juggernaut's still advancing. There's nothing to stop them right now. They can even self-destruct and do a lot of damage, even more than when they blow up if you self-destruct it, like he did just now. And this is a pretty good decision. You should just try and get him a bit more forward. Also, yeah, I've learned yesterday that you can just cancel the self-destruct, and a Juggernaut self-destruct takes like 10 seconds, but it's almost as powerful as a nuclear missile, which is good. Like Winter Gaming once said, when you get a Juggernaut, just go forward in the direction that you want to fuck up. And all these advanced energy converters just went up in smoke from this Thor detonating them. He did not notice these fusion reactors yet. He's gonna go down, but these units are just gonna keep advancing. El Bardo left the game. No point in playing anymore. Someone took over his advanced fusion reactors, but they're not gonna last much longer. These grunts are gonna get vision, and this should be pretty much over. We have some more players leaving. A lot of aircraft just giving vision. Stardom playing very well. 2 games in a row. This was very good. All these fusion reactors went up in smoke. Now on to the rest of the bases. It was forfeit pretty much here once El Bardo's advanced geothermal got blown up the first time. But what can you do other than try and come back? Emmer still holding strong, has Thors of his own. Got raided pretty heavily in mid-game by Stardom. Still trying to hold on. Not sure why these Juggernauts from Demos are not pushing. They should just advance here and maybe even self-destruct. get rid of this forward position. And yep, there we have it. Just units crossing through. It's Juggernaut pretty close here. Just needs to destroy one advanced fusion reactor. And that is exactly what he's going to do. And it's going to be pretty much over from Merc's evil. Yep, there we go. Just chain explosion. That was a pretty good game. Stardom again came out on top. Very well played. I think he has like what, like there's 15 juggernauts on the field. His are like at least 10, and that was pretty good. Very, very good early gameplay from him here. Just holding this hell strong and fighting against 3 players, keeping him busy while his team advances up. And now we have a lot of fighters just getting vision. Halo not doing anything whatsoever this entire game. Lower level players, like Dark Green said, please don't play here if you don't know what you're doing. This is not a place for a beginner player to be on. Not the greatest, most ideal situation, but I hope he learns a lot from this. And I mean, you should always agree with your team before you select a location and click ready. You should always first check with your team, because this is indeed a team game. There's 16 players in this game. You should discuss with your team on the best course of action, and you shouldn't just selfishly take a spot and not do anything for the entirety of the game like Halo did. He got nuked, but in either case, even if he didn't, he wouldn't be able to do much, or just was not in his capabilities. And that's why you should, before taking up a spot, just consider, just comment with your team, talk with them on what you should do, and just so you can have a better game, not ruin your teammates' games, and just overall have a better chance of winning the game. So yeah, that is something to pay attention to as we're getting to the final cleanup here. His base getting devastated yet again, just being a 7 versus 8 overall. Even that nuke from Goody helped a lot. Has a lot of these aircraft. Has his bombers right now just cleaning up Halo. Halo not having any sort of defense whatsoever. No anti-nuke yet. 47 minutes into the game. Not gonna talk more about it, but yeah, in any case, they just forfeit, which is fine. But yeah, that is it. Stardom pretty much MVP of the game. Like last game as well on Coon Valley when he was up against Big Dolphy. That should be it pretty much. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a good one.